Capricorn, welcome to your March reading here on the Astroflower. February was all about the purification month, and March seems to be March is the month of action. I'm getting back to naming the months in a different way, which is great. March is the month of action, from purification into action. I did that on the collective reading, but also we have seen on the Sun, which we've seen on Cymatic TV, our sister channel, which is all about energy. You know, the Sun was highly active during February, which helped with the purifications, really shook things up. And then the energy is now starting to drop out. And I think this is where the energy is going to cool down in order for action to be taken here. I'm going to be doing a monthly reading on our sister channel, Cymatic TV. You can find a link in the description below. It's our channel all about energy, and I'll be doing a monthly prediction on the energies there. You can see how that plays in with your reading. So yeah, let's just go into see what's happening for you. Overall energies, karmic message on your relationship side, karmic messages on your financial side, week 1, 2, 3 or 4. Or you could look at it in a way of how the universe is influencing you, how your past is influencing you, and your future self is influencing you, and the general outcome for you. Sorry, just had a something in the corner of my eye. Right, let's just go on. Let's just see what's happening for you, Capricorn. I hope you have a lovely reading. Overall energy, 8 of Swords. I think I think the purification month of February has made you realise about how you're tired with a situation. You're in. You felt like you haven't been able to take a step forward because the purification needed to happen before you could. And I think this is overall energy is sort of saying you've come to the end of that. And I think here is the overall energy is sort of saying now is the time to free yourself up, Capricorn. Now is the time to resource yourself in action, which has not really been on your radar for February. On your relationship side, on your karmic path, you get the 4 of Cups. Now, for me, the 4 of Cups is a purification card. It's a case of distilling the energy of 3 Cups, your connections with the world, sociably, emotionally, relationship-wise with the rest of the world, and galvanizing it into an Ace of Cups. And I think this is what your action is this month here. It's taking everything from the past, how you want things in life, and taking a bit from that, bit from this, bit from that, and then kind of going, okay, this will be the ideal life for me. And I think this is what karmically you've got to try and put into place in regards to your relationships. Yeah, I think you've been stuck a lot in February, and it's been very frustrating. But those 3 cups there, in the 5 of Cups, right, are those 3 cups there. I think this is where you're distilling your disappointment of the past, and you're now going into those 2 of Cups. And this is this last bit here where you're letting go of the past and embracing the future. And by those 2 of Cups, you've got this pathway, which is a bridge, then goes to a town on the other side. A whole new life for you, I think, is possible if you look to the future. Stop looking to the past and look to the future, basically. 7 of Cups. In the second week, or in your past connecting to your future, you get the 7 of Cups. This is my card of evident path according to your relationships, your emotions and stuff like that. And a lot of people for the first 2 weeks, there's still been this sort of like, you know what you've got to do, but getting it into rolling, into action, it's just taking a bit of time to get into place. There's a little bit of patience going on here. And in the second week here, I think you're realising that evident path. I think you've seen and noticed that there's loads of possibilities around you. But really, once you start looking at them, there's only one way to follow that. And that is that cup there. Your engagement with everything, with love and emotions and relationships that are around you, basically. And I think it galvanizes and you realize that by the 14th of March, basically. Once bitten, twice shy on getting off of this. I think this is where you do need to go off on a mission here. You do need to moving. But you should be very conscious about the past and not allow yourself to get caught up in that again. And I think this is what distilling that sort of Four of Cups is all about. Using, it's almost as if like kind of saying, I know now the cup that I want. Now, as I go forward, I'm going to use my lessons in the past as a way of healthy boundaries. So I don't go back and start doing the same thing again, sort of scenario. And at the top of it, you get the Two of Wands. There is definitely a movement into action here, and I think there's travel possibly, which is going to free you up here. This is also planning for your future, putting into action the plan of that. In regards to your relationships, I can't see you sort of, it's almost as if like, and I think this is where the disappointment comes in here. I almost feel like in generally across the board there, it's like you felt like that you've put your heart and soul into relationships and into your emotions and engaging with other people, and you didn't quite get it back. And this time here you're sort of saying, well, now this time here I'm planning for me. I know how to take this forward now from those lessons of the past. It's going to be interesting to see what comes out on the Light Seers card on that. But a very slow burning love within you is starting to come to the surface. On your karmic path on your financial side, you get the Page of Swords. I think you have a new challenge in life, actually. And I think this is going to be mentally stimulating, and it's also going to be mentally challenging. I can't even say the word anymore. Challenging for you. There you go. And I think you're going to learn a lot. And I think this is what is also going to force you to break yourself free. You're exercising your free will of your mind. And starting to sort of learn how to tailor make your career path, your business or your project so it works for you more than anything else. Yeah, in the first week you get the Strength card here, confidence, courageous, courage within you. And I think this is also learning a lot here of putting your courage forward. And there's, if anyone's willing to take on a challenge, I think it's you, Capricorn. And you're willing to take on this challenge in the first week, and you've got this building of a confidence within you, the quelling of your doubts, knowing and building a security or assurance within you. And that comes out with that learning curve more than anything else. And you get the Page of Pentacles as well. There is a whole new, maybe it was from February, the opportunities that came out in the end of February. This seems to be playing into your life here. So in the second week, you're learning now about physically of how putting into place that decisiveness that you're learning about within you, and that sort of like courageous and confidence of belief in yourself. You're ready to plant your seeds. You're ready to go off and start creating your pathway and your possibilities within your life. Yeah, it's a real learning curve. With the Queen of Wands at the top, I think like most earth signs, the first 2 weeks have been difficult, and the second 2 weeks is like kind of going, okay, now I know how it works, and now I'm activating it. And within this, it seems like this opportunity here that you're now planting the seed about is actually producing a lot of magic in your life, where there's connecting with a lot of different people and experiencing a lot in regards to your passions and how it plays out in your career path. And I would engage in a lot of different areas, but at the same time, I wouldn't mix them. You know, when you're doing one thing, if you're pushing one angle of your career path, push it. And then when you've got to push the other side, don't get the two mixed up. Be very clear and defined about how you put your passions into life. It's going to help you to learn a lot quicker and get you some really good results. And out the top of it, you have a tower moment. It's very possible with a new job that you need to go somewhere. You need to travel a lot. Excuse me a second. Just needed to check it was still recording. You need to travel a lot, and I think it's going to change your world. I think it's going to change it in a good way, because you can't get, that's where you're coming from. Or that's what the overall energy has been around you. And you're going into something completely new here. You're learning a lot. And that learning has almost opened your eyes and kind of going, wow. And it's going to change the way in which you engage your career path. We're going to do a clarification with the Light Series cards. Overall energies, yes, the Eight of Swords, that past sort of thing of feeling absolutely stuck, has created those healthy boundaries, which we totally see now on your relationship side as well. And those, I think the overall energies here are sort of like kind of going, helping you to recognize when things stagnate too much. And this is opening up a lot of things for you. On your karmic path, this is distilling those 3 cups into that 1 cup, out with the old and in with the new. As I said, this has something to do with this as well, the past, and learning about how disappointments can be used in order to make the best of the future. There's something new that's definitely coming into your life. There's no doubt about it, but it's really in left field. It's I'm not sure you're actually really seeing it at the moment. We get the 2 of Wands again. Planning according to your disappointments. I think that's what that's all about. Knowing what disappointed you, which then you can distill into from those 3 cups into that 1 cup, will allow you to really open up in the way of relationships about you. As I say, I think there's a degree of travel here involved in your relationship. That's what it feels like. With the 7 of Cups, you get the Temperance card. I think you're waiting. In the second week, it's like, I'm waiting for confirmation. That's what it feels like here. With the 7 of Cups, of recognizing that pathway. I think you're recognizing it, and it's almost as if like patience is now coming to an end. I always say there's the reason we're patient is because we're preparing ourselves for a time of action. And I think with the 8 of Swords, you've been very patient in regards to love, in regards to finances, career path and everything like that. You've been very, very patient with yourself and with life. And I think that patience is now over. And this is where you can start opening up the new, using the understandings of the past, so it works really well for you. These healthy boundaries that come out of that 5 of Cups there, these healthy boundaries, I think you're going to keep under the surface. I think you're doing a lot of observation here within your relationships here. And it's almost as like if you meet someone, and let's say you drop something on the floor, and they pick it up for you. And you kind of go, oh, that's really nice. And that's where those healthy boundaries are there in a way is also to provoke the good stuff as well. But it's very much under the surface. It's not really, it's through an observation more than anything else. That's what I feel like you're doing. You're observing the world and you're getting you're gleaming a lot of information. And then you get the Judgment card, flowing into action, going from Temperance into Judgment. This is where you really start, the world is your oyster here in regards to love, in regards to relationships that are around you. And this is you moving out of this 5 of cups here, distilled through the 4 of cups, out with the old and in with the new. This is the new. By the end of the month, I think it's going to be so obvious, that 7 of cups, I think it's going to be so obvious that it's going to change your world. There's something that's going to change your world dramatically, I think, in regards to relationship, but also I think it has something tied into your work as well. Talking about work, let's get onto that Page of Swords. 7 of Swords. What are you learning at the moment? You're learning to play smart. You're learning to use your mind in a smart way. You're learning to sort of like manifest or use the law of attraction and stuff like that through your meditation, through everything. There's a lot of realization here. There's a lot of knowing how, you induce your success through mind sort of control, as it were. Not controlling people, but having a real definition of how you how you engage with the world that is around you. With the Strength card, you get the 6 of Cups. I thought you had the 6 of Cups over there. You didn't know. With the Strength card, you get the 6 of Cups. I think what you've done in the past, regardless of what it is, so like let's just say like you were working in a hotel bar or in a bar, you loved talking to people, communicating with people, but you hated the hours, you hated the smell of of alcohol or whatever it was. And so you're taking all the good stuff from that experience, and this is what's giving you the courage to actually go on and create something new for you. So creating something new in that scenario is connecting with other people, communicating, speaking, being almost as sociable within your workspace. And I think this is a realization for you, a great realization for you. And you get the 4 of Cups again. A lot of distillation here in the way in which you do things, streamlining things from the past, filling up your Ace of Cups. And you're learning this on a very physical level. You're learning this of how you, in the second week of, if I push this or if I sell this product in my shop, I know this, and then you learn that actually that other product that's next to it sells really well. And it's like the complementary products within your shop. And this is how you can do it within your career path, within your business. You're realizing a lot of things in life where you can actually make your life, you can streamline a lot of things, make it a lot easier and making it a lot more enjoyable. And this is what you're learning here. And it ties in as well to that with the Page of Swords and the 7 of Swords. And with the Queen of Wands, you get the 3 of Wands. Pushing out that passions into various different angles of your business, of your career, of your projects. Really being passionate in the moment of being passionate about things. Yeah. Is helping you to see the wave of reality that you wish to be living in regards to this. But there is a degree of patience. Capricorn is one of the slowest moving signs. It's got to be said. I'm a Capricorn, so I'm calling myself out as much as I'm calling you out. But, this patience things can sometimes be preoccupation, procrastination, and that sort of thing. And I think maybe it's what you're learning here in your financial world is how to apply your passions in the way so you no longer procrastinate, which has been causing that 8 of Swords. You're no longer doing that. And that's what you're really learning here, of how to really put your passions into the world around you in a very, very productive way. And this realization makes for that Tower moment. I think there's a massive, massive offering coming into your life. I think there's a big, big life-changing situation by the end of March that just is so out there, and I say that because it affects your relationship side as well. It's so out there that I'm not even sure you can fathom the significance of it or the greatness of it, of how it really does set you free, and it provides you with everything that you have been wanting for so long. And it's a massive Tower moment, but in a very, very good way. I want to put another couple of cards on that, just because I'm a Capricorn as well. You know, don't tell the other signs, because we'll get in trouble. Okay? So, you know, keep it between me and you. Me, you, and the gatepost. Okay? Let me just pull a couple of things on that. Ten of Wands. This abundance. It's a lot of an accumulation that you've got. And the King of Pentacles with it. This abundance that comes through, it may appear like kind of going, is this, I almost feel like it's almost sort of saying, with this card here, it's kind of going, this is too big for my shoulders. No, it's not. You have the shoulders to bear this. You have the inner knowledge, the strength, the authority to carry this off, this transition off. Absolutely mind-blowing. It really is incredibly large as an opportunity, as a, you know, as a change in your life. Massive. It just feels really massive. There you go, Capricorn. Thank you very much for being with us. Really do appreciate it. Don't forget about all the links in the description below, and also Cymatic TV, our sister channel, which is our channel all about energy. It will be linked around my head at some point. I will see you over there. All that's left for me to say is don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.